Hi, my name is Ellie, and this is your weekly theatre news recap. And oh my god, there is so much news. Just so much news. I don't know how I'm gonna fit it into one video, but that's my job, so I'm gonna do that. But if you want to make sure that you don't miss a single one of these videos, and you want to keep yourself up to date with UK theatre, make sure you hit subscribe, because we do these every week and you don't want to miss them. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Anyway, news. There's so much. I have pages upon pages of news. First up, let's talk about some of the miscellaneous news this week. Some big news stories that I couldn't really fit into my usual categories. First up, we have a theatre reopening in the heart of Soho. The previously vacant Boulevard Theatre has found new owners and will be reopening as the Underbelly Boulevard. This September will be the first time the Boulevard Theatre has had a performance inside it since 2020. And this will be the first permanent venue for Underbelly. It's seeming like this theatre is going to be more used for cabaret and for that kind of performance, but more theatres in the heart of London is always a wonderful thing. And I'm really excited to go and visit this theatre for the first time. And the other piece of news is we have the confirmed timetable for next weekend's West End Live. I am going to be there next weekend and I'm very excited. But if you want to know exactly when everyone is performing, here is Saturday's dates. Wow, look at all those shows. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they stunning? Gorgeous. Wow, amazing. And here's all of Sunday's shows. Wow, look at that one. Oh, I've wanted to see that one for a while. I don't know what I'm saying. Do you get the gist? Anyway, yes, next news. Next up, let's focus on all of our casting news this week. We have some more confirmed cast members for Old Friends, which is going to be playing at the Gielgud Theatre. We have 2 cast members straight from the Great British Bake Off musical, Hayden Gwynn and Damien Hubley. We have Bradley Jaden, who was recently Javert in Les Mis, Gavin Lee, who was famously Squidward, which is obviously his most famous role and nothing else, and Jason Pennycook, who originated Lafayette here in the UK, in Hamilton. These guys will be joining the already confirmed cast members for the show, comprised of West End and Broadway legends, and yeah, I'm really excited to hopefully go and see this show. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I haven't booked it yet. A couple of quick fire casting news here. We have the full cast for the Lord of the Rings musical heading to the Watermill Theatre. This is the first big revival for this musical in the UK. It's a semi-immersive production. It's looking to be extremely fun. And I'm very curious, as a first-time viewer of this musical, how it's going to be and how it's going to fare in this new space. Either way, we have our full cast breakdown right here. Here are all the leads. Wow, look at all of them names on screen right now. We have quite a few cast members here who have done Watermill productions before, namely a couple of them who have worked on Amelie previously. And you know, I love to see an Amelie alum anywhere. This cast is really interesting, and it just makes me even more excited to go and see the show when it opens. Anyway, next story. Everybody talking about Jamie has already announced most of their leading cast for the UK tour. However, we had one more confirmation, and that was that Hayley Tamadon will be joining the cast once again to play Miss Hedge. What's very interesting about this is that our cast so far has been a lot of returning names. And I've actually seen Hayley play this role before, so I'm really excited to hopefully be able to see her again. She's going to be playing this role from the 7th of September to the 25th of November, and she'll be playing the role in Salford, Sunderland, Nottingham, Bromley, Birmingham, Cardiff, Brighton, Leeds and Blackpool. So if you are in any of those places at that time and you want to see Hayley and Jamie, you better go book your tickets. Yeah. And finally, in casting news, we have 2 more confirmed cast members for The Little Big Things. Lindsay Hatley, who originated the role of the narrator in Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and Alistair Harvey, who is a Come From Away alum, and as I stated in the last video, if you have been in Come From Away, I immediately stan. These 2 will be playing the roles of Fran Fraser and Andrew Fraser respectively. So we're starting to see the cast in bits and pieces form for this brand new British musical, opening at Soho Place this September. Let's talk concerts. We had a few concert announcements this week. First up, Death Note. I feel like I am talking about Death Note every week because every week they have a new announcement. This week they put on another performance, a matinee on the 22nd of August. I'm not sure if this is sold out yet. So, there still might be a chance for you to grab some Death Note tickets if you still want to go. And in exciting news for me personally, we have the announcement of a Stephen Schwartz concert. This will be at the Lyric Theatre on the 17th of September. And I want to mention the ticket prices for this show are really, really good. We see tickets ranging from £55 to £22 for the entire house. And a very strong cast, including Rachel Tucker, Kerry Ellis, Louise Dearman, Bradley Jaden, Alison Gier, Rob Houcham, Adam Pearce, Emma Kingston, and Stephen Schwartz himself. If you don't know who Stephen Schwartz is, how can you not? He is behind the music of Wicked, Godspell, and Prince of Egypt, just to name a few. His music and his musicals are iconic, and I'm really hoping I can snatch a last-minute ticket to this too. In the weirdest news that I never thought I would have to say, Diana the Musical might be going to the Eventim Apollo. I wish I was joking, but we saw an ominous post shared by Lambert Jackson Productions, What's on Stage, and the Eventim Apollo, which makes reference to a famous Princess Diana quote. I've put this into the concert section because I would assume, knowing the Apollo, that this will be a one-show concert version of Diana. But if it is, Diana was one of the biggest Broadway flops in the past few years and had like a massive hate campaign around it. They released a pro shot and people were making fun of this musical to high heaven. I never thought that this would see any kind of life in London. So if this is real, I am so unbelievably excited. Next, let's quickly talk cast albums. We got the soft announcement through Marisha Wallace's Instagram that Guys and Dolls will be getting a cast recording. Now, this is probably very early days. It's only being recorded now, and these things take a long time to put together. I'm surprised by this news. But I always love a good revival, I always love a good cast album, and maybe this will finally push me to go and see it. Because I need to still see it. I promise you I will see it. But the most exciting cast album news this week for me. Ride. The smash hit In My Heart musical last year that played at Charing Cross Theatre. Their cast album is now out, so you guys can understand why I love Ride so much. It's out right now. As you were watching this, it is up. You can find it on the Spotify and YouTube. And honestly, watch the rest of this video because there's loads more news. We get to the biggest news in a second. But after this video, go listen to it. You will not regret it. Now, I have rushed through all that news because this week has seen so much news around new tours, new transfers, and brand new productions. So let me walk you through all the revivals, new shows, and tours that have announced themselves this week. First off, the fantastic Ocean at the End of the Lane is returning to the West End for 7 weeks. It is moving down the road a little bit to the Noel Coward Theatre and will be playing there from the 11th of October. They've also confirmed that the full touring cast will be reprising their roles in this production. I am so unbelievably excited. I did catch this at the Duke of York and I loved it there. And I wasn't quite sure and I wasn't quite able to plan the perfect date to go and see it on tour. So now it's coming back to town, I am ready to see it again. It's such a thrilling show with amazing puppetry and everything. It's one that I didn't get to review, so maybe it's time. Next up, we got the full details for Sunset Boulevard at Savoy. This has been announced before, but we've kind of got all our timings and exact dates. So, this will be playing at the Savoy from Monday the 18th of September to Saturday the 6th of January 2024. And they have confirmed that the Jamie Lloyd Company, who is producing and working on this show, are continuing their trend with their previous productions, where they release tickets specifically for key workers and under 30s at very, very good prices. This is fantastic news. I love this. And honestly, I have so much respect for the Jamie Law Company for always striving for this inclusive pricing ranges for people who sometimes can struggle to go and see theatre. I admittedly don't know anything about Sunset Boulevard, so maybe this is my chance to finally, learn about it. The Lloyd Webber fans are going to be mad at me for not knowing anything about Sunset Boulevard, but there you go. But wait, there's more! Flowers for Mrs. Harris is finally making its London premiere. This is going to be playing off West End at the Riverside Studios, who consistently do great work. If you haven't visited the Riverside Studios yet, you need to. And they've announced that Jenna Russell, absolute star, icon, West End legend, will be playing the role of Mrs. Harris. This is playing a very limited 9-week run at the Riverside Studios from the 30th of September to the 26th of November. I have heard consistently good things about this musical. I know that Sean, theatre fan, goes on and on and on about it. So I'm really excited to finally have the chance to go and see this. I'm just going to keep speeding through because we got literally so much this week. Andrew Scott is doing a one-person version of Uncle Vanya. They've shortened the title, it's now only Vanya. But this will be playing at the Richmond Theatre, a lovely theatre in South London, before transferring to the Duke of York from the 15th of September to the 21st of October. Any chance for me to see Andrew Scott live, I will try and take it. And the first performance of this musical, which is happening on the 15th of September, is going to be exclusive for under 30s, with every single ticket in the theatre priced at £10. Which, again, just like Sunset Boulevard, I love this. I think it's great and really opens up the production for more young people to see it. Next up, we have a big revival to talk about. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which I have to say very carefully because I know that if I do not say it carefully and try and say it quickly, I will not say it right. Will be going on a UK-wide tour in 2024. Surely I do not need to explain to you Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It is one of the most popular British musicals, one of our biggest family shows, and this new production will be opening in Southampton next April, and will be moving on to Woking, Wimbledon, Edinburgh, Newcastle, Aberdeen, Bromley, Milton Keynes, Belfast. I'm gonna butcher this. That sounds very Welsh, and I can't pronounce it. Llandudno. Oh my god, everyone who is Welsh watching this video is going to murder me. Glasgow, Inverness, Norwich, Oxford, Liverpool, Stoke, Leicester, Eastbourne and Bournemouth. Somebody who's Welsh, please tell me how to pronounce that city name. I'm really excited for this. Something tells me I'm not going to be able to catch it in Wales. But maybe Wimbledon. Who's to say?
Llandudno.
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 Llandudno. Heading back to the Savoy Theatre, we had the announcement of the Broadway transfer of Plaza Suite, a play that performed on Broadway earlier this year, will be coming over to the UK and bringing its stars Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker, gay icon for the gods. This will be Parker's West End debut, and honestly, we are just winning this Pride Month. We're winning. The gays, they're giving the gays everything. This will be opening at the Savoy next January after Sunset Boulevard, and you know I'm gonna have to go and see this. I'm gonna have to go and see this. The gays demand it. And finally, the biggest news story of this week, and the news story that broke as I was sitting across from Mickey Jo Theatre, who just looked completely overjoyed, is that Cameron McIntosh will be producing the West End transfer of Shucked. This musical has been an absolute smash hit on Broadway, and if you haven't heard Alex Newell sing Independently Owned from this musical yet, you need to go and do that, because honestly, when I heard that for the first time, my mouth was dropped for a good 20 minutes. With this being a Cameron McIntosh production, this will be going into one of his theatres. I have made the prediction, looking at timetables and everything, that it will probably be the No Coward Theatre. But this is not confirmed, and if it's confirmed to be something else, you can come and tell me I told you so. But I just see the writing on the wall, and I think it's going to be that one. But this is the news story this week that has me the most excited. I have heard nothing but good things about this musical. And if they do not transfer Alex Newell, I will be having some choice words with some producers. But that is every single news story this week. This was a jam-packed week for theatre news. So what was your favourite story? What are you most excited for? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out and helps out the channel. Here's some links to my other videos on screen right now, and a link to my Instagram if you want to drop me a follow over there. But that's it for me today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!